Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back with another tips and tricks video for you guys. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the biggest mistake you may be making in Fortnite that's costing you games, that's costing you wins. I'm going to be going in depth of that mistake and ways to prevent it and explain exactly why that is costing you so many games. And just by making a few small adjustments, you can win more consistently here in Fortnite and become a dominant player here in Season 5. Before we get into the video, I just want to say at 20,000 subscribers, I will be doing a V-Buck giveaway. It's really simple to enter. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. The winners will be announced on the video I hit 20,000 subscribers, so make sure you guys are entered. Each video that you comment on is an entry into the giveaway, so the more videos you comment on, the better your chances are of actually winning the giveaway. So make sure you guys are entered. And alright guys, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the biggest #1 mistake players are making when it comes to Fortnite that is costing them wins is looting too slow. That is the #1 mistake that I've seen players make, that I personally made a mistake, and it has cost me so many games, and I get a lot of easy kills, right? If I see people looting too slow, it leads for a lot of easy kills, and that's why I feel like you guys are missing out on a lot of wins just because you're looting too slow. So I want to explain exactly why this is such a big problem and give you guys some tips on how you can loot a lot faster and not get caught. So let's get right into it. So for the early game, I just want to say in the early game, shields are very, very important. If you don't loot fast in the early game, you're not going to have any shields pretty much after the early game, right? After you move out of your first location. So for me in this game, it would be Pleasant. After I move out of Pleasant, if I don't have mini shields on me already, if I don't already have shield, I'm not going to find any unless I find something that's already unlooted, which can be very difficult to find, or I have to kill somebody who has minis, which can be kind of a pain sometimes because you might get into a gunfight, a really heated gunfight, back and forth, and then after you kill them, you're low on health and they don't have any shields and all they have is bandages, and you're stuck at 75 until you run into that next sweaty team. So I want to explain how you can get the most amount of shields in the early game as you can. So when you go into this mid to late game, you have a lot of shields stacked up, which is going to make getting those kills a whole lot easier because you're not going to be running around on 75 health the entire time. So in the early game, how you can get stacked on mini shields. For this game, for instance, I landed Pleasant Park. And basically, of course, you want to try to figure out as you're landing where everybody else is landing and how many people are coming here. Because if there's a lot of people coming here, chances are you're only going to have one house to yourself. And if that house doesn't have shields, you might be kind of screwed. But for instance, say if you land somewhere like Pleasant Park and there's another team, there's only one other team that comes here. Your best chances is you want to try to kill that team as early off as you can. Because the longer you wait to eventually fight that team, they're going to be, most likely, they're going to be stacked on shields, and they're going to be using the shields that you could be using in the late game. So you want to try to kill that team as early off as you can and get the place looted to yourself. Because if you wait the entire time, like I said, they're going to be stacked on shields, and they're going to be using shields that you could be using. So of course, sometimes you can't push them right away, but you want to try to keep in mind, you want to try to push as early as you possibly can. If you have a chance to go for a push, definitely do so. Get that early kill. In this game right here, earlier in the gameplay, I looted my first house, and then I came to this house where I'm currently in, and as soon as I came in, there was a big shield to the right of the house. And if I would have waited for the other team to loot up and loot my house very, very slow, they would have already found that big shield and used it, and that would have cost me 50 shield on my health. And right here, if I would have waited, like I said, again, if I would have waited in my house too long, they would have opened this chest and found minis, and that is another instant of you looting too slow. You're gonna lose a lot of shield. So how can you loot fast? Here's my recommendation. Say if you want to kill that one team fast, the best thing you can do is go into your house. Be familiar first. Okay, first you want to be familiar where you're landing and where all the loot is. And once you go into the house, the best thing you can do is try to grab a decent gun. I'm talking SMG, shotgun, any gun that can get a kill. Not some trash, sniper or a revolver. Any gun that's capable of getting a kill. As soon as you get that gun, what you want to do next is you want to get a few materials, and really good for getting materials is the furniture inside the house. You can get easily 40-50 materials very quickly just from mining a few pieces of furniture. And then from there, if you get a good gun and you have a little bit of mats, that is when you want to push. Don't worry about getting the chest in your house yet. Land at the bottom, grab what you want. But of course, if it takes you a little bit of time to find the gun, then go ahead, go for the chest. But if you can do this very quickly, then go ahead and push the other guys immediately. If you can get there before you think they can get the chest, definitely go for that, because that is potential shields you can get. So just to recap, recap for the beginning game, what you want to do is you want to figure out where everybody's landing, how many people are landing there, grab a gun, grab a little bit of materials, and then push as fast as you can so that you can get the shields that they haven't gotten yet. Next, I want to talk about how you can loot quickly in the mid game. Say right here in this situation, after you get these kills, the first thing you want to do is you don't want to get loot hungry, and you want to look around and see if anybody's pushing. Because if in the middle like here, there is definitely potential that other teams could be coming, which there are. So you always want to look out for other teams when you want to go for loot. Always be mindful of other teams. Always make sure you don't stand still. And when it comes to looting fast and grabbing what you need, the best thing I can recommend that you do is look at your loadout. Look what you need. If you need AR ammo, if you need health, if you need whatever you would need, if you need rockets, make sure that you grab whatever you need the most first when you go for looting. In case you get pushed by another team, you have exactly what you need. Because if you were low on AR ammo and you go to loot up and you miss the AR ammo and another team starts to push and you really needed it and then you can't grab it, you're going to be in a pretty bad situation because you're not going to have exactly what you need. Especially, this is the worst when you need health. If you need health, if you need bandages, and you didn't grab the bandages and you got pushed by another team, and it might be really hard to grab those bandages, you're going to be in a really bad spot because you're going to need those health and you're not going to be able to get to the bandages. So say you just got done fighting a team and you need to go for the loot. You want to go for the loot and you're low on health. The thing I can recommend is you go for the health that they have first. You go for the bandages, the shields. You get those first and you heal up first before you grab the other loot. Especially if you don't really need anything else, definitely go for the heals first and heal up immediately, because in case you get pushed by another team, you're going to be stocked up, you're going to have your health up, and you're going to be okay, because going into that gunfight, you want to have the most health possible. And for me, this is how I get a ton of easy kills, is when I see another team looting and I know they're low, because as soon as they get into a gunfight, if they're after a gunfight, they're going to be low on health, and this is the perfect time to push because they're going to be low, and a lot of people, they're not going to be looting fast. People loot slow and they don't heal up right away like they should. So I'm going to get a lot of easy kills because I'm going to catch them with their pants down. They're not going to be shielded up. I'm going to get a ton of easy kills, picking them off with no health because they didn't shield up like they were supposed to. Because for me, I don't like fighting a bunch of sweaties with 200 health and max materials. I like fighting a bunch of sweaties with 100 mats and 30 health. That's what I like to fight. I like getting easy kills. I don't like those hard, build fights, super sweaty players. I like to get some simple kills, and that is the perfect way to do it when someone has no mats and no health because they looted up so slow. So I also wanted to talk about another thing that came up today that I was just thinking about. So the SMGs, they got a huge nerf. I'm not even kidding. That thing does 9 damage from like medium range. It is horrible. The crosshairs are gigantic. It is so hard to hit any shots at all. So for me, another thing what I wanted to talk about is how bad the SMGs are. And for me, I've been using a Tommy gun. The Tommy gun has been an absolute melt since the SMGs got nerfed. I think they only do like 17 damage a hit, which is ridiculous. But the Tommy guns, or the drum guns, whatever you want to call them, these two do 25 damage a hit. They shoot just as fast, and the crosshair is the exact same size, if not smaller. I think it's a little bit smaller. So for me personally, and it has 50 rounds, not to mention that it has 50 rounds per mag. It is such a better substitute for the SMG, because I don't know what Epic's doing, they keep nerfing everything. So with shotguns, when it comes to shotguns and the meta with shotguns, you have to have something else. You can't just have one shotgun and completely dominate. It used to be 2 shotguns, and then it used to be shotgun and SMG, and now they nerfed the SMGs. So pretty much the way for me is I use a pump or attack heavy, whichever one I get, and I use an RPG or a drum gun. I wouldn't even recommend using the SMGs anymore because they're getting nerfed so hard. They're not good anymore. And Epic, they keep nerfing every single thing that I have an advantage on. I swear, everything I start to get good with, it gets nerfed immediately. I get good with the double pump, gets nerfed. I get good with SMG, gets nerfed. I get good at building, nerf that too. They just nerf everything, man. I swear, they be like, I don't understand, man. Just make it to PUBG. Just no building. That's what I'm saying. Just make the game PUBG. They want to take out building. They want to nerf materials. I don't even know anymore, man. That's just my opinion. I started the drum gun. It is absolutely a shred. That is a over 50 damage to the head, 25 to the body, and that gun isn't. The recoil isn't even much. The only thing that I actually dislike about the drum gun is probably the crosshair. It is a little bit big, but at the same time, the SMG is so much worse. The accuracy on it's worse. the damage is worse. It does like 9 damage, 7 damage a shot. Drum gun 25, 23, 53. It does a ton more damage. Definitely way better, and would recommend only use an SMG in the early game when you have to. Other than that, pick up that Tommy gun. It is a melt. Very, very good gun to have. I think it's going to be the new meta in this game right now. Definitely a dominant gun, especially in the medium to close range. It's very, very good at spraying. If you get one shot on them with your tac or pump with your shotgun, and then you pull out the drum gun, it's very, very good. That's all I gotta say. It is a very good weapon to have. Would highly recommend getting good with that weapon, because right now, in my opinion, one of the best guns in the game as of right now, other than the minigun and C4, because of course that is like the most overpowered guns in the game. And if you just want to use a minigun C4 and win, by all means, you will go on the biggest win streak of all time. Just use that junk. It is too easy to win. I need to just do a gameplay. I've won so many games in a row because I was just like, yo, this game's kind of trash. Let me just use a minigun and C4 and seeing how many games I win. I was playing like cancer, still 1-by-1 camping. Every single cancerous thing you could possibly think of, I was doing, and I was winning back to back to back to back games. I'm probably going to do a video on it just to show you how overpowered and dominant playing like cancer actually is. On second thought, I am definitely going to do a video on it very, very soon, because I'm telling you, I'm going to show you guys how to win every single game when you're using a minigun. It's not even hard. If you guys really are desperate and you really, really want to get those wins without having to get good at the game, I will teach you exactly how to do that. That video is going to be hilarious. You guys definitely want to see that video when I drop it. Gonna drop it probably in a few days. It's going to be hilarious. Definitely check it out. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, drop a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And turn on my post notifications so you get notified every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.